Hey everybody, this is Sick Evan Rogers coming at you with Evan's Easy Japanese JLPT N5 grammar practice. We need to go through the particles and the verb formations and word order in order to understand what the heck is going on and how to get a good grade in this test section. Before we begin, make this worth my time because I need it to be worth my time. I want to make all these videos for you. Patreon, subscribe star, all that good stuff. All right, everyone, we got number 5. Watashi no uchi no hondana wa kyonen chichi blank tsukurimashita. All right, so basically you can ignore all of this and we'll just go to kyonen chichi blank tsukurimashita. And basically at that point you already know the answer. If you know what these particles mean, you already have the answer. Okay, so kyonen, last year. Chichi, one's own father. Chichi is used for the in-group. In-group just means you're talking about yourself or maybe like your company or, your friends. Whatever your in-group is at the time. The idea of the in-group is it depends entirely on context. It can either mean your family. It can mean yourself. It can mean your siblings, your friends, your company, your division in your company. Depending on who you're talking to, the person or group that you're talking to defines your in-group. So if I'm talking on behalf of America, then America is my in-group. If I'm talking on behalf of my company, then my company is the in-group. If I'm talking on behalf of my family, it's my family is the in-group. If I'm talking on behalf of just me, then only I am the in-group. This is in-group father. Most likely it just means my father. I mean, for that long-winded explanation. That's what it means. However, you need to know that, but it means my father. So, kyonen chichi blank tsukurimashita. Tsukurimashita is the verb for make. However, it's past tense complete. It's past perfective, complete. So that means that it was done in the past. We see it as a singular event, and it is done. It's not, the event is over. Kyonen chichi blank tsukurimashita. Okay, so, let's look at our particles. We have ya, which in previous videos, I wish to God I could just highlight that one particle. Can't. Okay, great. Adobe sucks. So ya just basically is like the word and, as in like, I have a peanut and a banana. That was a weird sentence, Evan. Where'd that come from? Okay, so it means like that. You're linking more than one noun together. With ya, it's usually just two nouns. And the to particle would be just those two things. But with the ya particle, it means and other things as well that are similar to that. So yesterday I drank, this isn't true, but like, oh man, yesterday I drank vodka and like whiskey, that kind of stuff. So there might have been some rum involved as well. Okay, that'd be the ya particle. Does not work here at all. There's no second particle. There doesn't need to be, but there usually is. There's usually a second noun. Sorry, I said particle. I meant to say noun. There's usually a second noun. There doesn't have to be, but there usually is. But also, holy hell, I just had a coughing fit. All right, so I don't know what I was saying when I stopped, but I chugged a bunch of water. I'm doing this for you even when my entire family's sick. Come on, throw a guy a bone. Donation links in the bottom or in the video description. Subscribe to Patreon, subscribe star, that sort of stuff. You'll get some rewards. You're going to get practice in the mail. Or not in the mail, but on the websites. It's going to be totally worth it. I just got to make this stuff first. When your entire household's sick, it's rough. All right, I'm going to stop yakking like a little bi, finish the rest of that word, and continue. Chichi ya doesn't make sense. I've already explained what the ya particle is. But when it's by itself, it could work here, but people like my father built it. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, the ga particle, so that this is a subject marker. I'm going to give you a trick, okay? For anybody who's having a little bit of trouble with the ga particle, this is the best way to do it. I'm going to make a video about this. It's called Lady Gaga's Butt Subjectifies Women. And those are the two major usages. Those are the two major usages of the, maybe I should just say uses of the ga particle. It turns whatever came before it into, that's funny, whatever came before it, we're talking about Lady Gaga's butt. Whatever came before it gets, it turns into the subject of the sentence, and then It could also be the word but, as in like however, or yeah, I like that, but I don't really want to buy it. That's sort of a but right there. That's what that translates to. So if you just remember that Lady Gaga's butt subjectifies women, you're good for about 90% of the time. And of that 10%, there's a little bit of strange stuff going on with adjectives. Anyway, so the subject, if we just treat it like a subject right here, Kyonen, last year, my father made something. Boom, you're good. I mean, that sounds like the perfect sentence. Let's double check to make sure that that is a good sentence. Last year, my dad made something. What came before it? So the wa particle. As for the thing that came before it, last year, my dad made it. That's how the wa particle works. What came before wa? Hondana, bookshelf. Okay, so as for the bookshelf, my father made it. So far, so good. Uchi no hondana. Uchi no bookshelf. Uchi no hondana would be, once again, uchi means in-group, house, or home. It could even be family. It could even be your own company. Like I said, it's in-group. Here, it most likely means house. So, my house's hondana. So, the bookshelf of my house. The bookshelf in my house. My home's bookshelf. What? Kyonen chichi ga tsukurimashita. My dad made it last year. Still sounds good. And even though uchi basically means my house, this person says, Watashi no uchi no hondana. My house's bookshelf. Once again, you do not. And once again, I haven't said it yet. So I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't need to have watashi here. It's completely redundant. Sounds like a Japanese wannabe making the sentence. Honestly, I'm going to just kill this and just read, Uchi no hondana wa kyonen chichi ga tsukurimashita. Translates to, as for my bookshelf at home, last year my dad made it. Perfect sentence. Boom. The answer is number 2. Let's look at 3. 3 is the O particle. That is what is being verbed. So the thing that's being verbed is what we mark with an O particle. But Evan, the thing that we're verbing is the hondana. You're exactly right. The difference between the wa particle and the O particle here is the wa particle is putting a giant emphasis on what comes after it. So we're laying this out. As for this thing, blah, 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 blah. And that's the wa particle. The O particle would be much more like, this is the thing that I verbed. So if we use the O particle here, one, word order would be wrong. It would have to be kyonen chichi ga hondana o tsukurimashita, and it would translate to, my dad made the bookshelf. The bookshelf is what was made. He made the bookshelf. It's almost like we're answering the question of, what did he make? So the O particle is kind of like the answer to the question of, what did they verb? Whereas the wa particle is just sort of like, hey, as for this thing, there's more important information coming after it. It's a signal that's just saying, pew, pew, more important information to come. Which isn't, no one's making a father. Biologically, I guess if you have a child, you made a father. Pretty sure that's not what they mean in the sentence with a hondana. As for that bookshelf, it made a father. Whoa. The bookshelf is not your father. All right, number 4. That's a Jerry Springer reference. De. This would be the tool by which you. Just translating that. This would be the tool by which you make something, or the tool by which you do a verb, or the location by which you do a verb. So imagine you grab your dad and use him like a hammer, krung, krung, or like a screw, ching, twist real hard, Dad. That would be using him like a tool. Or if you're gonna build the bookshelf in his stomach, I guess that would be the place of action. Almost certainly not what we're trying to say. The correct answer is ga, because all the rest are ludicrous. Funny ludicrous, I think. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, I guess isn't so ludicrous. It just isn't right. Ga is clearly the away and best answer. That being said, consider a donation, because I am sick of making these videos for you. Literally. I am sick of making these videos for you. Hey, you guys have yourselves a great day. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.